Okay, good afternoon everybody. This is Neil from Rocket. So we had a great video yesterday of how to cut your hair from Vinny. Thank you very much, Vinny, you heartthrob. I was going to show, I've been meaning to do this for a while, but I actually decided I didn't want to cut my own hair. I kind of want to grow it a bit, but I'm just going to show you a little bit. The difference with this video is that I'm going to make it as easy as possible. So I'm going to give two options. There's beard trimmers, or if you've got a portable clipper like this, great. And if you're real if you're real desperate, I'm going to do the rest with kitchen scissors. Because, if you haven't got either of these, then you need to have a word with yourself. So these are literally the basics. Or, this can be substituted for a like a normal razor. Don't know, I've not used one for a very long time. Right, so one of the main things that people come to get the haircut for are these bits. So I've just been in the shower, so it's a little bit wet. Is these bits here and this nastiness on the back. So basically, with these parts, you pull everything forward, okay? Because I've seen a lot of people with some real nasty hair, especially it comes down here as well, so you might want to take that out as well. This is really hard doing it in an iPad. But anyway, pull all this forward, flat to the head, so you're not cutting your ear, and off. Okay, pull it all forward again, flat to the head, so you're not cutting anything. It's tricky as hell. And cut. And then you should have a neater thing around your ear. You can as well, if you're feeling a bit fancy, going through the back, which will really, because ideally you should go against the grain of the hair. So that's one of the main things. That's going to make your hair look neat straight away, because nobody likes hair that looks like that. It looks rank. So, second option with a beard trimmer, I'll show you a demonstration. This is really hard, hang on. You can, well, let me show you the easiest way. Straight in. On the ear, straight in. And again. Straight in, pull it all forward. And take those bits off. Okay, neat, straight away. So, next thing is this. I've seen people do this before and they've taken it right up here and it looks like you've just come out of a third world prison. So, what you want to do, foolproof way, and turn around. I don't know if you're actually going to be able to see this. So, hand, palm, pull up your hair, palm, fingertips, feel that little bit at the bottom, pull that up as well. So you hold that there, okay? So you cannot make a mistake. You cannot go right into the hairline. You can't do this with scissors, so this is going to be either your beard trimmer or a lady razor or whatever you've got. So I literally don't even have to look in the mirror for this part, because I'm just doing it by feel. And the other side. See all that nasty, fluffy hair. Well, that's my actual hair. So, lucky that I've finished because the battery's just run out on these. So, I would go over that again just to get any bits that I might have missed, but the battery's dead, so. Anyway, so that's two ways to really neaten it up if you just don't want to touch your hair if it looks fine when it's a bit longer. So, but if you do want to do the top, I'll take you through the most foolproof method that I know. And all my experience, and all my vast years of knowledge, I will tell you the easiest way. So, ideally, I'm going to just use my hands and fingers as well, just because if you haven't got a comb at home. So you want to separate it, okay? If you want to cut the top first, maybe. I'm only going to do a little bit because I really, like I said, I don't want to cut my hair. So what a lot of people are saying is pull it out and cut, okay? That's okay, but if you don't know what you're doing, if you don't do it well, you're going to make some real nasty lines. So the best way to do it is grab, say an inch square, twist, okay? There's a fan on the bottom, a fan on the top, and a twist in the middle. You want the twist to be exactly where you're going to be cutting, okay? Now, if I wanted my hair half the length, yeah, sure, I would go right in there, but I don't want to do that. So I'm going to just go up here just for demonstration purposes. Make sure it's nice and twisted because, that's still too short, because, all right, so what's going to happen with that, that's going to fall down and fan out and blend in a lot better. So you're not going to get any horrible like staggered lines, which a lot of people do when they cut their hair. You don't even have to be that neat. I mean, try and be methodical when you're working through it. It does help, but you can equally just keep going through your hair. And I don't even know if that's in there. No, it wasn't. Okay. So cutting on the twisty bit, unravels, and there you go. It just falls down like nice and, you know, you're gonna have a choppy look. If you want to try a skin fade, go for it, but probably not gonna look good. Right, so once you've done that over your whole head, all your hair, probably gonna want to address the fringe now. Again, I'm just doing it with my fingertips. You've got a comb, great, brush it. So do not cut like that. You will look silly afterwards. So how you want to cut is up, stage by stage. You can go through it quite a few times, but just cut point to tip rather than straight across. Okay? If you don't, and just keep going until you're happy with the length. See, now that's sort of like that, so I'll just keep going. Chop in. Now, if you don't even trust yourself with that, you can put your hand to where you want to trim to. I mean, this only really works when it gets up to the eyebrows. Once you start poking around the eye, it's not safe. But so you want to be pushing like this up to the finger, so like that. If you're going past the eyebrows, just get it between your fingers like that and pull it down, and you can probably see what's going on there. Well, probably a lot easier in a mirror, but so I think this is backwards on the iPad, but and you just keep going away at that until it's sort of, I mean, it will be cutting. It might not seem it, but it is going shorter. So, I mean, you can see that's a bit trimmed. You can go in, check if there's any little bits and pieces. But that is basically a survival haircut with the most basic tools you can get. So, yeah, there's a lot more complicated videos on there with skin fades and the clippers, and I would say just don't bother. Just it's easiest just wear it a little bit choppy and messy until you know your barbershop opens again. And that's it. So I'm Neil from Rocket, and there you go. Have a good day. Hope you're all well. Look after yourselves.